We are going to discuss Rwanda-Burundi. It used to be one country, part of Tanzania. It was called a kingdom of Rwanda-Burundi. And you'll find that in Rwanda, we have Tutsis and Hutus. The same with Burundi. But then we have a very small tribe called Batua. Now, don't confuse that with the Aluya Avarua. I'm going to talk about the Rwanda-Burundi unique history and the unique history of those two tribes, Hutu and Tutsi. But first of all, what is a tribe? A tribe, some people believe that they have a common ancestor, like Kikuyus. Kikuyus, they say that there was a man called Gekoyo, and there was a woman called Mobi. And then they created the Kikuyu tribe. That is, so there is always the belief that a tribe has a common ancestor. So at first it was a family, then a clan, then a tribe, such a thing. And it's also believed that a tribe speak the same language. Although you'll find that people from this end and other end, although they speak the same language, but it is a bit different. Like people from Malava, north of Malava, they say I'm at yeye ni Mkabras. But people from South Malava, they say he's a Mkabalas. You'll find that the northern are influenced by northern languages such as Bukusu and Tachoni, and the southerns are affected by people like Isuha and Idaho. So you find it slightly different. But people from one tribe speak the same language. That is the general assumption, although we will come and look at it. But then you find people like Somalis. Are they really a tribe? Because Somalis are in five countries, and to me, I would describe Somalis as a sub-race of the Kushaik race. I believe that. And you'll find that 90% of the Somalis speak the same. It is only that the Somalis themselves, whom when they talk, you'll hear them saying, this one must be Agare, or this one could be an Ajuran, or this one could be a Degodia, because it is slightly, but the 98% they speak the same. We have some tribes, such as Luhya. If you ask me, there's no tribe called Luhya. It's just like we don't have a tribe called Kalenjin, and we don't have a tribe called Mijikenda. To me, Luhya is a collection of tribes like Kalenjin and Mijikenda. Although generally people call Luhyas, say that it is a tribe, and those, whatever I consider to be tribe, they consider them to be sub-tribes. But then, if a tribe, if a definition of a tribe is that they speak the same language, then how comes you'll find that in the Bujumbura, Burundi, you'll find that a person from the tribe of Hutu and a person from the tribe of Tutsi, they speak the same language. And they are neighbors. You see, another definition of a tribe is people, for example, Kiambu, Moranga, Nyeri, whatever. That is an area for Kikuyus. Then Bungoma, Busia, Kakamega, Kitale. That is an area for Luyas. Siaya, Kisumu, Homa Bay, Migori, that is an area for Lu. So we also assume that tribes are generally placed in a certain one place. But if you go to Burundi or Rwanda, you'll find that there is no particular place that is meant for Hutus or Tutsis. They're just together. They neighbor each other. But you find somebody saying, I'm a Tutsi, and that one is a Hutu. And then there is this confusion where people say that somebody was sending coded message in the radio. Now, you send a coded message when there is only one language there. Because Hutu and Tutsis in Burundi speak Kirundi. Hutus and Tutsis in Rwanda speak Kinyarwanda. We have Pygmies, whom are called Batwa. Batwa also speak, Batwa who are in Rwanda speak Kinyarwanda. But with a certain accent, such that if you are a non-Rwandese, you'll notice that this person is speaking as if kwa Kiswahili tunasema akona kilimi. The Batwa of Burundi. And even the Batwa of Rwanda, they speak Rwandish with a funny accent. Now, how did all this come to be? There was a kingdom that was called Rwanda-Burundi, Rwanda-Burundi, whose king was called Omwami. Omwami. Now you wonder why ati nimeingiza Kiluya hapo. No. In fact, if a Rwandese talk or a Murundi speaks, that is pure Kimaragoli. And you'll find that in Kaimosi, we have a place called Ichibuye. Ichibuye, Kaimosi. Between Kaimosi and Shamahoho, there's a place called Ichibuye. And the second biggest town in Burundi is called Ichibuye. In Rwanda, we have a town called Shangugu. Shangugu, if you go to Kakamega, there's a place among the Isuho or Ridaho, there's a place called Ishangugu. And you'll find that these people, they speak almost like Kimaragoli, and you'll hear them saying, Lekenguherekise humuhanda, or Lekenguherekise hunsira. Now, I've spoken Kirundi, but a Maragoli has understood. Hata yule mtoto wa kijiji ana understand what I've said. Now, this used to be one country, one kingdom, which was part of the German East Africa. But when German lost the First World War, their colonies were given out, just like Southwest Africa, which today we call it Namibia, was given to South Africa. And then you find that some areas of Cameroon were given to Nigeria, and some other Cameroon were given. So in Tanzania, which was a German colony, most of it was given to British East Africa, which is Kenya, and the other one was given to Belgium Congo, which is now called DRC. DRC. Mboka na biso touti Congo, touti Bukavu, tokendeli boso, Kivu, Resho na Kinshasa. So it was given to Belgian Congo. And then just like Eritrea, that country had to come back and be divided into two countries. But the king for the Rwanda-Burundi, it used Rwanda-Burundi kingdom, was called Mwami. Now, when Rwanda-Burundi kingdom was there used to be two tribes. The ones on one side spoke a language that later was called Kirundi, and the other spoke a language that was called Kirwanda. But both of them were Hutus. Both of them were Hutus. So there are those Hutus who spoke. Luhyas may understand this because we have Vasonge who speak Kibukusu, and we have Abasonje who speak Kikabras. Both are Vasonje. So you find that these people are Hutus. Those on one side were speaking Kibantu language, which was christened Kirundi, and the others were Hutus, and they were speaking a language that was called Kinyarwanda. Then some Kushites, from from the Horn of Africa, migrated and found themselves in Rwanda-Burundi. These Kushites who came were now called the Tutsis. The Tutsis who went to stay with the Hutus who were speaking Kinyarwanda started speaking Kinyarwanda. And the Kushites who went and stayed with those who spoke Kirundi became the Tutsis of Burundi. If you look at these Rwandese, and now I'm talking of somebody who doesn't come from there, who comes as far away as Kenya, you'll find that if you look at people like Paul Kagame, you'll notice that he has Somali features. He has Somali features. And that is how the Tutsis come. And when they are having those tribal clashes, usually you'll hear the Hutus telling them, go back to Mogadishu. They came, they were few. They came, they were enlightened, if I can use that language. They came and ruled over. They were few, and then they came, both sides, they came and ruled over the other side. And that is why the Tutsis were dominant. Then some few Tutsis crossed over and went to DRC. Now, the Tutsis who are in Rwanda are called Rwandese Tutsis. The Tutsis who are in Burundi are called Burundian Tutsis. But the Tutsis who went to our country, Burkina Faso, Congo ya Lelo, Congo ya Bakoko, Congo ya Batomalamu, are called Banyamulenge. Banyamulenge are Tutsis. That is why you find that they have infiltrated M23. M23 is a French word for M23. That is why you find even today Tshisekedi is accusing Rwanda of trying to infiltrate and make expansionism into Zaire or DRC using the Banyamulenge. So that is how it is. And then it will give you, or it has already given me, confusion, because if a tribe is people talk the same language, how comes that Hutus and Tutsis in Rwanda speak Kinyarwanda? They are supposed to, just like, which place can I give an example? We have a town where we have two tribes, Maseno. Maseno, we have Luos and Luyas. You see, Luyas can start talking in Kiluya, and the Luos would start talking Kiluo. But you find these are Hutus and Tutsis, and they speak Kinyarwanda. So, and there's no tribe called Rwanda, and there's no tribe called Burundi. So the tribe, does it mean that a tribe is people who speak the same language? No. A Hutu from Burundi cannot talk with a Hutu in Rwanda because this one is speaking Kinyarwanda and this one is speaking Kirundi. The same applies to Tutsi. So with people with common ancestry, the Tutsis in Burundi and Tutsis in Rwanda have a common ancestor, but they don't have a common language. Same applies to Hutu and the Batua. That is the problem. I remember Mr. A.B. Kamau and Mr. Moses Moreithi, our teachers in Bagadi Road Primary School, who said that great thinkers can spend a whole day talking about something and debating, and then at the end of the day they get confused. They'd even, you ask them, okay, you have been debating and doing research all that time. What is your conclusion? They say, we have no conclusion. And my conclusion is, I don't know what a tribe is. Thank you.